So this week I delivered paddles and actually paddled them with several of the students who took my first ever workshop. But before we get to that, let's go back to the top. It's been a bit of a bucket list item for me to teach a woodworking class. And when I look at my life goals, as lame as that sounds, one of the things on it is actually to have created like 1,000 items by the time I'm 40 and have them mean something to people. You know, I kind of figured what better way to achieve that than to, you know, have my brainchild or my sort of intellectual property with a particular product and have individuals create and build them themselves. You know, when you really look upon that product, you'll just have that much more of a sense of pride when you take a look at it. Another reason to do it was really the protege effect, which is where you learn something better by ultimately teaching it. So it was really just seemed like the right step and a solid natural progression to what it was that I was doing. So having created this class through the cooperative workshop that I work at, the Ottawa City Wood Shop, they actually posted it to their website, and I was fortunate enough to have it sell out on the first day. 7 people started the course with varied levels of woodworking experience. Most of them came with very little to none, and we had Matt in the course, who's actually a construction worker, so I'd actually verify things off of him every now and then. The first day was all about assembling the blades for the paddle. Having produced several jigs, we used the bandsaw to fit parts of skateboards, walnut, and ash to create the paddles of these students' dreams. The second day, we took the blades that we produced on the first day and basically we're putting splines in them to attach them to their stems. This day was heavily focused on a table saw, and it also saw many students making their first glue up with epoxy for the first time. The third day was the final one, and it was essentially shaping their rectangular blobs into final shapes. With help from my pals Marty and Richard, we oversaw the students running from the bandsaw to things like power planers, spoke shaves, and then the sander to finesse their paddles. While we were scheduled originally from 10 to 5, we actually even ended up finishing early by about 2:30 or so, where folks had pretty much finished products. I was happy to report that everybody left with all their limbs and no missing fingers. And finally, after having finished the paddles myself, I was pumped to have a chance to meet up with the majority of the group and paddle them. We did so on Meech Lake, and it was epic. All in all, it was a super humbling experience, and these folks truly re-inspired me, giving me new ideas with regards to glue-ups and shapes and things I'd like to try. I think I'm going to try to do a few more of these classes for sure and just share that stoke, because it was really quite fun just seeing the looks on people's faces and things like that. And for folks thinking about giving workshops and stuff, I think it's a great idea. It opens your mind and gives you, you know, an outside perspective on your process and can hopefully re-inspire you in different ways. So, yeah, can't thank folks enough, and till the next time.